Hello and welcome to Blossom Sandwich Sews. My name is Yvette and today I will be letting you know how I'm getting on with my Make 9 so far. So it is the end of March, Q1 is done, we are a quarter of the way through the year, people. Whew, it's flying by. I don't know if you feel the same, but yeah, where is this year going? Anyway, I thought it would be good to check in on my Make 9 so that it doesn't just get forgotten and abandoned like all New Year's resolutions always do, swiftly at the end of January usually. So I'm going to show you everything that I've made from my Make 9 list. So I'm going to pop up my Make 9 here to remind you, and I will put in the cards my Make 9 plans video. So I'm on track, I would say, doing pretty well. I've made 3 of the 9 things so far, and some of them I think I may have already shared in previous videos, but I thought I'd do a roundup here just in case you're new around here or you haven't seen the particular videos. So the first one I wanted to show you is this Sagebrush top in this gorgeous, colourful, paint strokey fabric. Super cute ruffle. This is a cotton lawn Lady McElroy fabric, so it feels really nice. It's comfy to wear. Big puffy sleeves. Yes, I've definitely talked about this one in a previous video. So yeah, really pleased with this, and it came together like quite easily as well, so it was really satisfying make. So I'm definitely going to make some more sage brushes in the future. I might try a viscose one as well, just because it will be, you know, not as poofy in the sleeve and more drapey, so I'm quite interested to see what that is like as well. So yeah, really pleased with that, really glad that to have that checked off of my my Make 9 list already. And I used this fabric that had been sitting around in my stash for a while because I'd originally planned to make a dress with it, but then I thought it would look really good as the Sagebrush, and also I basically think I didn't get around to using that fabric because I didn't want to have a dress with a light coloured background. I just didn't feel like really into that idea. So yeah, that's number 1. Definitely more sage brushes to come. So I tried to put on my Make 9. They're all fabrics that were already in my stash, and also patterns that I maybe haven't got around to sewing yet and wanted to give a go. So yeah, didn't have to make any adjustments for that to get that to fit, which was really nice. Friday Pattern Company instructions are really good. The only thing I changed was to do a like a bias bound sleeve hem rather than the elastic cuff, just because I find it more comfy, because this is my Bakerloo blouse and that's elasticated, but because of the elastic you get all the gathered fabric against your skin, which I don't find as comfy as just having it as a smooth cuff. So that's number 1. And then number 2 is my Anthia blouse, which similarly I was really pleased with how quickly and easily it came together. So same situation with a big puffy sleeve, a bias bound hem, and this has got buttons at the front, and I used these pigeon wishes and cut one pair collab buttons, which I thought were perfect for this fabric because they're pink, like a peachy shade of pink with like orange details in. So really pleased with this. So I actually have made 2 Anthia blouses, and I really like the pattern. I've got a linen fabric with like a blue floral on that I would quite like to make as the dress version. So yeah, really pleased with that. I can see myself making more Anthias, and didn't have to do adjustments to the fit with this either, which I feel like just makes it so much less painful to be able to just start a project, sew it, finish it and it's great, like no faffing about. The only thing I might change on future ones is to slightly lower the neckline, because I just find it a bit more comfortable not to have fabric up like touching my neck. So yeah, really pleased with that. I didn't match the print, but I also didn't have any fabric left over of this. So yeah, this was a fabric from Hey Sew Sister, which I don't think they have anymore, but actually there is the same print but a different colourway, like a dark green background on like a denim type fabric that is at the Fabric Revival. So if that's still available, I'll put that in the link. So I spotted the other fabric, the green one, on Lucy and Yak, which is, they make ready to wear clothes. They're like a small-ish, well not really small, but they're quite a sustainably focused clothing company. And I saw that they were also using this design, which I thought was really cool, and I was like, should I get like green matching bottoms to have like head to toe of this print? And then I kind of decided probably a bit much, and I didn't want to look too like I was wearing PJs. But anyway, I thought it was cool that I had seen the print elsewhere, and then I saw the fabric pop up as a dead stock fabric for sale on the Fabric Revival, which is a new fabric shop that I'll link below. So yeah, I shared that and was like, oh, this is a Lucy and Yak fabric. So if you are like obsessed with this print, which I don't blame you because it is very cool, then I'll see if they've got any more at the Fabric Revival. And then the third thing that I have made for my Make 9 was a shirt for my husband. So this fabric is Star Wars with like, the background looks quite dark, but it's actually like a dark navy, and then it's got these like rainbow kind of things from Star Wars. So you got the Millennium Falcon, little BB-8, sideways R2-D2, you know, all the good stuff. And I used the Fairfield button-up pattern by Thread Theory, and honestly this was tough. This was a difficult make, because I think one of the reasons that I put off doing it was because I was a bit like intimidated by sewing a men's shirt. My only experience of sewing a like a shirt with a collar stand was the Tilly and the Buttons Lyra shirt dress, which didn't go particularly well for me. I really struggled with the collar. I think just generally a collar stand has there's a lot of ease between the collar stand and then the neckline. So I really struggle with like easing fabric in. I like it when it's just like they're both the same size, you put them both down, they fit together, and then you just sew them. Like easing I find very fiddly, and I always end up with puckers, and it's very frustrating. So yeah, I mean, I got the collar in reasonably well in the end, although when my husband tried it on, it doesn't actually do up around his neck, so I didn't even bother putting a top button on. But I think it's kind of a casual shirt anyway, so whatever. And then it's all like done with flat felled seams, which I hadn't done before. It does make for a clean finish inside, like none of it's overlocked, it's all flat felled seams, but I did find that kind of quite fiddly and quite difficult as well. It sort of took a few goes to get that done. But yeah, I'm pleased with it in the end. I did find it very like I needed to have my brain in gear to try and even attempt working on it, basically. So some of the things in the pattern are kind of confusing. So the front half of the shirt and like the left and the right sides are separate pattern pieces, and you have to make sure you cut them out right, otherwise it will fold over the wrong way. And you know how men's shirts and women's shirts like button in different ways, and I can never remember which way they're supposed to go anyway. And there's like a thing on the pattern piece, it's like put the fabric right side down and then put the pattern piece on the you know, the template on right side up, and it's just like I just was like, you know, when you're like and I just, you know, when you, the more you think about it, the more you get confused. So I managed to cut it out right. But there's also the placket on this shirt is part of the left shirt front, but it's got this, like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, it's got like a kind of pin tuck here so that the placket looks like a separate piece. So that involves kind of like folding it back and then, you know, sewing it down. But that took a lot of mind wrangling as well. I was like, and so I ended up, you know, having the paper pattern piece and like trying to fold it back in like the right way to make sure that I knew what I was doing before I started sewing the fabric. Yeah, and then on the overlap, I tried to do some pattern matching, which I think went quite well when the shirt's all, you know, neatly lined up. There we go. So I'm quite pleased with myself with that. But there was a blog post that Vicky made of what Vicky made for, I think it was the Rag Shop blog, about how to do pattern matching, which I feel like I could have really done with. I think that came out like the week after I'd cut this out and spent so long being like, oh my god. So yeah, it's done. It's not perfect, but at least, yeah, done is better than perfect, isn't that what they say? And I think, like, from a distance it looks fine, and my husband's pleased with it as well, so all good. So now we just need to decide what I'm going to sew up next on my Make 9. I'm going to try and do at least one Make 9 project per month if I can, just to kind of keep the momentum going. So maybe at the end of June I'll do like a Q2 check-in to see how many I've managed to make from my Make 9 in that time. I haven't changed any of my plans yet. I still want to do what's on the Make 9. I might do the Shelby dress in the black ditzy floral. So I talked about this in my original Make 9 video, where I've got two fabrics that I want to make Shelby dresses in. One that's like got a black background with sort of white flowers on, and one that's a shinier viscose with sort of a space theme. So I might just do the Shelby dress as the black one and do the shiny fabric as something else, because I feel like there's quite a lot of seams in the Shelby and I just don't know if that fabric's going to be slippery and annoying to sew. So I might, like, I'm kind of thinking about the idea of tea dresses at the moment, because that seems to be a big trend. Stuff like the Park Lane dress by Nina Lee, which is already a very popular pattern. There's also a new pattern that had just come out by Sew Over It, which is called the Ada dress, I think, and that's more, it's got more sort of shaping under the bust and then a panelled skirt. And then also I just got a new issue of Simply Sewing magazine, and that came with a tea dress pattern as well, which I felt like might be a happy medium of a pattern between the Park Lane and the Ada dress, because it's got like a curved, like quite a curved seam under the bust. So I might end up making a tea dress with purple fabric. Yeah, definitely need to make the trousers because I think I'll get a lot of wear out of them. The Chandler trousers pattern that I think I was planning to use for my green needle cord has just been updated, so I need to get that reprinted, because I did a Temp to Toile ages ago and it didn't go very well, and at the time I wasn't sure if it's because wasn't very good at sewing and it was a bit above my skill level at the time, but I think, you know, if the pattern's been updated, there's obviously a reason for that, so it might end up fitting better with a new pattern and that might take out some of my woes. So definitely need to do that. And then the other trousers that I had planned was the Danny trousers. So yeah, my red pair that I made for the Sew Me Sunshine blog, I wear all the time. I wore them the other day and they had this like weird like glue on them, and I was like, oh god, they can't, if these are ruined I'm gonna be so sad. Luckily it like washed out. I was like, that's it, I put them straight in the wash, it washed out. So the Danny trousers are safe, everyone, no need to panic. But I do need some more pairs because they're very comfy, they're just really easy to wear and to pair with stuff. So yeah, definitely need to do that. I like, they're all projects that I really want to do, which is why they're on my Make 9. So yeah, hopefully I will get around to doing some more. I don't know what I'm going to do next, basically, so I'm just sort of rambling through some of my projects, and everyone I'm like, yeah, I really need to make that. So yeah, if you look at my Make 9, if you've got a thing that you think you need to make that, then let me know. It would be nice to make the Leo dungarees for the summer, because I think they are very summery and I won't probably get to wear them much like in the autumn or winter. So maybe I need to get on with that. I just need to like sit down, make a plan, maybe have a big cutting sesh. I don't like cutting, so usually I'll just cut one project at once and then have a gap between projects because I've got nothing cut out and ready to go. So maybe I do need to get on the batch cut. But yeah, that is my Q1 check-in. Let me know if you're doing a Make 9 and how you're getting on with it. Or if you've decided to sack off all of those projects and you've got 9 new ideas now, because I know that is very tempting when you get new fabrics on the go. Yeah, if you're new around here, thanks for joining. If you'd like to subscribe, then go ahead. If you hit the bell, the YouTube will let you know when I'm doing another video. And yeah, great to have you here, and I shall see you around. Bye!